Okay, everyone. I'm here to talk. I know I've not posted a video in some time, so today I decided to show y'all what I've been working on. Been working on some remodeling of, the characters that I've shown in my videos. And a character, I'm not sure if I've shown this off in my videos yet. I haven't uploaded in a while, but first we'll start with Cotton. Y'all have seen him before. He's gotten completely remodeled. So we'll let it load in. Huh. Oh, we're in animation. There we go. Now, if we wait here for a little bit, let the materials load in. There we go. Why isn't my mouse working? Mouse. There we go. Mouse is working again. So yeah, this is the new model I've gotten. Let's turn on. Let's turn his eyes back on so y'all can get the full look. See all the improvements and stuff I've done with him. Okay, so this is gotten. I completely remodeled him from the base up. I no longer have the old model, but I do have the old model of Cornell, a character that I don't think y'all have seen yet, but many improvements happen, such as, the teeth, I'd say, being better space, more smooth, and none of the normals being a bit screwed up. And his eyes, I think the eyelids look a lot better this time. And also, I'm not sure if this was shown, because I don't know what versions of his model I've used, but if I can click, there we go. Right here, his endoskeleton has been completely revamped with new materials and stuff, and so his microphone has also been revamped with newer materials and such. Now, if we put the suit back on, the materials for the suit has also been changed slightly. I might have posted a video with these materials, I'm not sure, but other improvements were things such as the fingers joints actually being, suit and not just a sphere. His bow tie has been improved to actually look a bit more like a bow tie. And he's a lot smoother, a lot more high poly. If we go over here, I'm not saying it's the best idea to do this for a model, but it's what I did and it works. So this is what he looks like. Has a lot of polygons. His fingers are a bit much. I might tone those down at one point. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah. And if we go over to the render mode, all of them have this animation. I'm testing out animating them. Let's let it, there we go. So yeah, I've been working on remodeling them all. That's Cotton for you. Save and move on to the next character. Next character is another character that I know I've shown on the channel before, and that would be Old Cotton. So let's go over to him. He's going to take a little bit longer to load up because his materials are slightly more complicated. Not complicated, but a bit more demanding. He's also gotten the whole remade part. He is the other remade model, just damaged and withered. So yeah, this is what he looks like. Some choices I've done I can explain, such as, things like this green metal being very withered copper, because I like to incorporate that copper material because I think it looks really nice. And it gives a bit more color to the endoskeleton rather than just being gray with wires. And his endoskeleton is slightly different, not too much different, but it is slightly different. So, there we go. His suit removed, his eyelids this time are no longer counted as his suit, they are counted as his endoskeleton. He's missing one set of his eyelids, And Cotton the Bunny is, for the most part, actually not damaged on his endoskeleton. He's just missing his eyelids. Some wires are ripped out, some are stripped slightly, others are ripped out, as I said, some are damaged, even some in his head. And also, when remodeling the endoskeleton, I didn't remodel it, I edited it. I added things like this little chip here, especially like the thing that gives them their personality and stuff. I'm not sure if I changed the materials on this, but I'll check that out another time. So, I do see something I should probably fix while I'm here, so might as well do it right now. Okay. Let's go up to the shading tab. So we're gonna fix this. Find where is it? There we go. Now, I'm gonna rename this because I like these ones have the... There we go. Now if we go back over here, yeah, there we go. It's all fixed up now. Now let's put back on that suit so I can show you some of the changes I made. Some of the changes I made when remodeling the wither design was actually, making the withering by not applying all the modifiers first, making it a bit smoother, a bit less jagged, a bit less weird. The things that I made it a bit more exaggerated this time. Withered some of the snout, the bottom jaw, some withering, and his materials are a lot more fabric-like and less glossy. I probably should have mentioned that before, but yeah, they're a lot less glossy now. And also I made the hole in his chest a bit bigger. And you can kind of see where that, those new hands kind of shine here with the withering, as you can see. You get things like this and that. Now, this is basically it for him, other than some revampedness and stuff. He's basically just a broken version of the previous model I just showed you. Now, I just go back to the layout and I can show you the animation. Because as I said, it's on all of them, but it looks slightly different for every single one. Yeah, these are some, I guess you could say these are some test renders for an animation I plan on making. Yeah, I just use it as a good way to test it. I do think these guys look a whole lot better than their previous counterparts. If you have anything you'd like to say it in the comments. Anything you'd like me to try out. Now, yeah, we're going to save this guy before we move on. I might go check out Cotton to make sure he doesn't have a missing image texture on the light on his chest as well. Might do that after this video or during this video. Now, we're going to move on to Corno, the one I said I don't think y'all have seen yet. We're first going to take a look at his old model, because, y'all haven't seen that one, I'm pretty sure. So, we're going to take a look at the old model. The materials will be messed up, so I already know you don't get to point that out to me. But this is the old model. He plays a acoustic guitar. You can also see what I was talking about when I said the suit fingers are a lot better on the newer models. These ones are literally just spheres made of cubes and just slapped on there. These newer ones are a lot chubbier, a lot more cartoonish. And the claws in the new one are a bit better and a little less jagged looking. So you've got all that. This is when I was still incorporating the newer endoskeletons into the old models, as you can see. So now we're going to move on to the newer version of him. There's no need to save him, but there we go. Now we're going to move on to the newer version. I personally really like this newer version a lot better. As you can see, he's a lot more unique than last time. Last time he was just Cotton the Bunny, but has slightly edited waist and different clothing. and just a different head and head claws, but besides that, it wasn't different at all. This time, he's completely remodeled to have completely unique everything other than the hands, feet, and shoulder pads. Everything else is unique, even his endoskeleton is slightly more different. He has a tail now. Now, just like Cotton, his materials got revamped and changed as well. Same goes along with the endoskeleton materials. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but Blender crashed and the recording got ended. So, back to the video. As I was saying, his materials got revamped, everything. His teeth are much better when it comes to where they are, where they're placed. And if you take a look at the claws, his claws are a lot less sharp, a lot less jagged, but they're still kind of sharp looking. His overall's got a big revamp. You know, look a lot better now. Look a lot less like I just slapped the material a little bit more unique. His feet, claws are also changed there. Ears, and all that. I also decided to improve on these little tough things on his shoulders. So, back to what I was going to show you. I was going to show you in the lighting before it crashed. I'm going to hope it doesn't crash again. I'm going to hope it doesn't crash again because that would be kind of annoying. There we go. There we go. He's in the light. Now this guy's a tad bit more laggier because all of his modifiers aren't applied yet because I'm still working on his damaged version, which I'll show you the progress on him in a minute. But you know, this is what he looks like. I really do think he's a big upgrade from his previous counterpart. So we're now going to show the animation, but this time I'm actually going to start the animation at the beginning. There we go. Well, yes, this is the same animation. It's just good to see it from all the other characters. Now, when I take off his suit, I can kind of show you things such as the unique parts of his endoskeleton. We're now going to go back in the material viewer. Things are unique, such as, you know, the position of his ears. That's always been unique. So, and as I said, tail, and also this big black metal, or maybe plastic. I don't know what the black parts are made out of. Maybe metal or plastic. They use the metal material, so most likely metal. And then, you know, his chest also is blue and yellow, unlike Cotton's, which is pink and blue. People have also, well, some of my friends have noticed that it kind of looks like, I think this is the Ukraine flag. I have to see if they're actually right on that. I haven't looked at that flag in a little bit. So yeah, this is his model, endoskeleton, brand new suit and everything and all that. Now let's just save this guy and we'll move on right on to the last character I'd like to show y'all of being remodeled. As I said, these guys, I don't think you ever saw them, but actually, you know, you might as well see the old version of what I'm about to show you before I get into the new version, of course. Makes a lot of sense. I never finished this old version of Old Corno, so we're now going to take a look at him. Yes, as I said, all the materials on these old models are screwed up due to my reorganization of the materials and images. If you'd like me to fix their materials to make them work again, I can always do that so y'all can get a good look at what this guy looked like before I abandoned him and started working on the newer ones. You know, he's missing his leg and all that. His original design called for removing his entire arm, but I thought that looked a little bit too much like Withered Bonnie's style of withering, so I stuck it to just missing his hand, and this would be wires right here. You know, you got his endo, and yeah. Basically, he loses almost all of his claws in his withered design and only has his foot claws on this foot. You know, you've got all this stuff, this type of withering. Now, we're going to open up the new one. Actually, before I do that, I might as well mention the fact, yeah, this is supposed to be what's underneath the, eye casing, actually. These types of eyes. I changed the design slightly, but you get the idea. Now, because he's not finished, he's still in this base model, which, once I open this up, first, before I show you anything of this guy, I probably should have shown you all the base model for any new characters. Okay, so, the base model is this. Not those materials exactly, but it's this. You have the hands, you have the shoulder pads, and you have the feet. And he doesn't come with ears, but for some reason has ear bones. I don't know. But yeah, basically, just an endoskeleton, some shoulder pads, hands, and feet. So now we've gone over him. We're not going to go over this guy. Now he's not done yet. I still have to make the wires here and rig them. This is just a placeholder forearm for now. But for the most part, other than materials and a few things, he's close to being done. He's a bit more battered up than Cotton, but that's kind of his point. And also because I want to give him a lot more damage on his face. He's missing some teeth. And my friend said it kind of looks like the Nightmare designs, but eh. I also made his eye a bit faded on this design. I might do that for Cotton later as well. But yeah. You might hear some noises in the background, but you should ignore that. Okay, so yeah, this is his eye. It's a bit, I'm not sure if it's upgraded or downgraded, but it's a bit more flush to make it look like it's actually underneath the casing, has the light. His eye has a bit more fade just to represent that he's slightly older, and I got rid of the fabric casings on this eye. And because of the way I accidentally applied the materials onto the foot, that's why I decided to make this foot completely undamaged. Because I can't like wither the foot or hands or shoulder. The shoulders I can kind of warp to make it look like they're withered, just like I did with Cotton. But oh, and the ears got a bit more withered. You got this, and then you got the back of that missing. You also got some more withering there. But that is mainly all that I can really show you. But there's one last thing to show you before I end off this video. And that will be probably this animation. Let's wait for it to go back around so you can see the full thing. There we go. Now, some of these animations may actually get put onto the channel, but most likely not the ones with Cornell. Cornell will probably get some unique animations down the line. And I might send some progress reports of when I get closer to being done with Cornell. And I can also show you another thing I've been working on for a friend of mine. He doesn't have a name for this character yet, but basically it's his character. I'm just modeling it because sometimes I get bored, so I model things for other people. Now this probably won't become a thing for anyone else other than a few friends, but I just nicknamed him Oldie Woldie because he's supposed to be an old animatronic, but he's not withered. That's his entire thing. It's supposed to be like he's kept in a storage shed. Now, I'll say this is probably my most impressive work, most complex work as well. Now, yeah, basically, one of the most difficult things about this guy was getting his endoskeleton to work. It's still in the works, but things like his head, I think I put on, limits to prevent clipping of these wires I'm adding. Yeah, you can see that. Like, maybe if I click the R button, you can see it a bit smoother. There we go. Yeah, you can see the wires move along with it as well. And if I move this up and down, the wires also move. But the head is also limited in movement. Now, I don't think I've limited the jaws. Maybe I did. Oh yeah, I did. Jaws limited as well. But yeah, this is probably my most complex work for a friend, but yeah. And due to its complexity, I don't think I'll be able to add IK rigs to this, but I might try later on. I've tried it once, it didn't go too well, but I might try that again. Oh, I need to lock some rotations on this thing. No, not that one. This and that. There we go, that's fixed. Now, there we go. Now, these ones with their locked rotations will not have any limitations, really. Now, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to, I'm going to select all these. Yes, I very much like to make this guy pose with the middle finger because, you know, he has 5 fingers unlike all my other models. I've actually made a render with that, so it's fairly fun to me to do that. Now we're going to bend this inward. Then we're going to have to rotate it on the rotating joint. Rotate it a bit outward. Rotate that a bit outward. Now if we put the suit back on, you'll kind of see. Good camera angle. Now if I really want to make this guy look like he's doing it. Now I might remodel this guy's suit in some aspects, because, you know, there are some things I probably could have done better. I'm sorry for any background noise you may hear. Any background noise y'all may hear is just my family downstairs. I might go close my door, but... Okay. As you can tell, I'm not done with this guy, but... Now, if I animate him... Sometimes that's a pain in the butt, but... There we go. Now, he doesn't really work in Eevee. He's a bit more of a cycles-only character. Okay. So yeah, this is probably the most impressive character I've made. Now, I might show y'all some other things. I don't need to save him, I didn't work on him at all. Okay. Well, I guess I could show you some things I'm working on. I might use Cotton in the gang for a game or something. Now, if I click the unpause button, you can see I've put some animations on these to test out how they work. Now, I'm definitely going to be changing the materials slightly, but... Now, I don't know why the shaders are taking so long, but if we wait here for a minute, shaders should come back. There we go. Shaders back. So as you can see, you got like the opening drawers, falling down trash can, which I eventually will put trash inside of. Now, you probably didn't see this, but the buttons here do click. I like the CRT TVs. I have one right next to me. Usually how I tell if I'm being able to be heard or not. So I think that'll be the end of this video. Goodbye, see you next time. Hopefully I post something within the next, 5 months. Because I think it's been over 5 months since I posted something. Okay, I'll be ending this talk session. Bye-bye, see you next time.